everybody. So we're learning about Australia, as you know. I just like today to have a little look at some landmarks that are very famous in Australia, natural and man-made. So here's a map of Australia. Let's have a look. It's a very, very big country. Down here, we've got New South Wales, which is where Canberra is, which we know is the capital territory. Also, we've got Sydney, which is the oldest and the largest city. Okay. Underneath, we have Victoria, which is a very small state, and Melbourne is there, which is the second largest city, and it's the most artistic and cultural of the cities. And down here, we have, of course, we've got Tasmania, where our Tasmanian devils live. In Queensland, very famous Great Barrier Reef up here. It's very hot, lots of rainforests and beaches, beautiful beaches. Here's South Australia. There's another city called Adelaide. And in the Northern Territory, basically all of this is outback. It's desert and super hot. Darwin is the city in the Northern Territory, and here it's very, very humid, and there are also lots of rainforests. Okay, Western Australia, nothing really much going on there. There's one city called Perth, and they have lots of kangaroos and wildlife, but it's mostly desert, mostly outback. Right then, today I'd like to talk to you about, well, first of all, Sydney is the largest city in Australia. There are some very popular and famous landmarks here. The Sydney Opera House is one of them. It looks very cool by day and by night. When you're in Sydney, you can go to visit there to see an opera or to see an orchestra or just to have a tour and see what the building looks like. It's very beautiful inside, okay? This is in Sydney Bay. It's very famous. Sydney Harbour Bridge is also very famous, and people walk from one side to the other to get to work every day. They drive from one side of the city to the other. And on New Year's Eve, they let off lots of wonderful fireworks here, and it's a big party. Another very famous place in Sydney is a beach called Bondi Beach. It's a small beach, but it's very nice. And as we know, when it is wintertime here, because Australia is in the southern hemisphere, it is summer there. So lots of people go and they celebrate Christmas Day on the beach. Lots of people like to dress up as Santa Claus and to go surfing and to enjoy the beautiful weather there on the beach. Next, we're going to learn about the Great Barrier Reef. Now, this is the world's largest coral reef, and coral is actually living, okay? It has about 2,900 reefs and over 900 little islands. If you see this one here, it's in the shape of a heart. Ooh. Okay, it is 2,300 kilometers long. So it is super long, and it is the only living thing that can be seen from space. So that is very cool. And it runs all along here, and you can take boat trips out to visit it and to swim with the fish. There is 1,500 species or different kinds of fish that live there. There's a picture of the beautiful fish. Now, Uluru we talked about before. It's kind of like the Pena Bernal. It's one big rock that's in the center of Australia, and this is it used to be called Ayers Rock, but they've changed it to the traditional Aboriginal name, which is Uluru, and it's a sacred place for them to go out on walkabout, where they go and stay out there. They camp and they hunt and gather food, insects, kangaroos, to eat and to stay out there. It's a very, very beautiful and amazing place. Another very amazing place is called Kakadu. Kakadu is a national park that is full of nature. There is every kind of animal, insect. It's a very, very beautiful place to visit. And here as well, they have some of the oldest cave drawings in the world. These are about 20,000 years old, so they have a lot of history there. Here's one of a kangaroo, here's one of some men maybe fighting or hunting, and here you can go to the cave and you can see these pictures for yourself, which is very amazing.